Do you know that moment during sleep when you're haunted by nightmares, feeling a dark presence around you, attempting to move but finding your body immobile, trying to shout but your mouth won't comply, struggling to wake up to no avail? That phenomenon your doctor mentioned, sleep paralysis? Now, I'm not implying your doctor is mistaken, but imagine installing a camera in your room. Next time you experience it, you could determine if it's truly sleep paralysis or perhaps an actual demon perched on your chest. Just a thought. Anyway, I'm not here to frighten you. I'm actually here to present the 10 most infamous creatures of folklore. Number 1, Mare, the Norse Nightmare. In Norse mythology, a mare was a demonic spirit who had the ability to induce nightmares in sleeping people. During the night, this mythological creature would sneak into a person's home through their keyhole, climbing upon the chest of the sleeping individual. They would provoke terrifying nightmares based upon the sleeper's fears and anxieties. Their victim would experience a heavy weight on their chest, awareness of a dark presence, and find themselves unable to move or wake up. An ancient mythological explanation of what is now known as sleep paralysis. A mare was considered to be a female demon, appearing to humans as either a youthful, beautiful woman or an old, hideous hag. Minotaur. The story of the Minotaur originates from Greek mythology. It begins with King Minos of Crete failing to sacrifice a bull to Poseidon. As a punishment, Poseidon caused Minos' wife, Pasiphae, to lust after the bull, resulting in the birth of the Minotaur, a creature with a bull's head and a man's body. The Minotaur was confined in a labyrinth constructed by Daedalus. This monstrous being fed on human flesh. To appease the Minotaur's hunger for human flesh, Minos demanded Athenian youths and maidens as sacrifices. The hero, Theseus, aided by Eridyne, daughter of Minos, volunteered to slay the Minotaur and end the tribute. With Eridyne's help, Theseus navigated the labyrinth, defeated the Minotaur, and escaped with her. Number 3, the Legend of Nian. According to tales and legends, the beginning of Chinese New Year started with a fight against a mythical beast called Nian, which had the body of a bull and the head of a lion. It was said to be a ferocious animal that lived in the mountains and hunted for a living. Towards the end of winter, when there was nothing to eat, Nian would come down on the first day of New Year to the villages to eat livestock, crops, and even villagers, especially children. To protect themselves, the villagers would put food in front of their doors at the beginning of every year. It was believed that after the Nian ate the food they prepared, it wouldn't attack any more people. The villagers would live in terror over the winter, but over time, they learned that the ferocious Nian was afraid of 3 things: the color red, fire, and noise. So, when the new year was about to come, the villagers would hang red lanterns and red spring scrolls on windows and doors. They also used firecrackers to frighten away the Nian. From then on, Nian never came to the villages again. According to legend, the mythical creature was eventually captured by Hongju Lazu, an ancient Taoist monk, and Nian became Hongju Lazu's mount. After Nian was captured, there were huge celebrations, and a ritual involved in banishing him was repeated the following year. These symbolic rituals were passed down from generation to generation, and the custom of celebrating the new year with firecrackers, noise, and the color red has persisted to this day. The Legend of Lambia. The Legend of Lambia tells a story of a mortal woman who was transformed into a demon or a monster due to the wrath of the goddess Hera. Lambia, known as the Queen of Libya, was a beautiful queen loved by Zeus, which led to Hera's jealousy and subsequent revenge. Hera, angered by Zeus's affection for Lamia, either killed Lamia's children or drove Lamia to madness, causing her to kill her own offspring. This tragic turn of events transformed Lamia into a child-eating monster, leading her to kidnap and consume the children of others. As the story of Lamia evolved, embellishments were added, including accounts of Lamia clawing out her own eyes, Hera cursing her with sleeplessness, and Zeus granting her removable eyes to alleviate her suffering. Lamia's monstrous form was depicted as serpentine, with the upper half of a woman and the lower half of a serpent, symbolizing her cursed state. Over time, Lambia became a fearsome boogie monster in Greek folklore, used by mothers to frighten their children into good behavior. Number 5. The Basilisk. In folklore, the basilisk was believed to possess the ability to kill people with a single glance, reminiscent of Medusa. Despite never crossing paths, if looks could indeed kill, the two would engage in a fascinating wrestling match, perhaps without spectators. Tales of the basilisk have endured through the ages, with the earliest written mention dating back to Pliny the Elder's natural history in 79 AD. Often hailed as the king of serpents, the basilisk has been depicted in various descriptions, commonly as a hybrid creature with features of both snake and a rooster. Number 6. Kappa. In ancient Japanese folklore, the Kappa is a water demon that inhabits rivers and lakes and devours disobedient children. The Kappa, a word meaning river child, is usually depicted with the body of a tortoise, a beak, and the limbs of a frog, and has a hole filled with water on top of its head. While they are primarily water creatures, they are believed to occasionally venture onto land. According to legend, the head cavity must be kept wet when the Kappa ventures out of the water, or he will lose his powers. The Kappa is one of the most well-known folk legends in Japan, and many believe the mythical creatures to be real. In fact, there are signs near some lakes in Japan warning people of their presence. However, others maintain it is much more likely that the legend of the Kappa is connected with the sightings of the Japanese giant salamander, or Hanzaki, which is known to be aggressive and grab its prey with its powerful jaws. Number 7. Vampires. Vampires are a must on any folklore creature list, with Bram Stoker's Dracula standing out as the most renowned. Stoker is said to have based Count Dracula on the Romanian prince Vlad Tepes, also known as Vlad the Impaler. What's fascinating is that while many can list some vampire traits, there are actually no definitive parameters for their ability. This ambiguity arises from the lack of firmly establishing characteristics. Number 8. The Griffins. Griffins are mythical creatures with the head and wings of an eagle and the body of a lion. Originating in Near Eastern art, they found their way into Greek culture early on, with references dating back to the 8th or 7th century BCE. In Greek mythology, griffins were depicted as fierce creatures guarding gold at the edge of the world, often battling the one-eyed Homo sapiens who sought to steal their treasure. These majestic beings have left a lasting impact on Western imagination, appearing in various works of art, literature, and even modern pop culture. Griffins symbolize strength, intelligence, and ferocity, embodying the regal qualities of both eagles and lions. While specific myths about griffins are scarce, they continue to be prominent figures in heraldry and fantasy genres like Harry Potter and the Chronicles of Narnia. Number 9. Chimera. The mythological chimera is a fearsome creature characterized by a lion's head that breathes fire attached to a goat's body, which ends in a serpent's tail. There are multiple interpretations of the chimera's appearance, with some depictions featuring a lion, a goat, and a dragon head. According to Greek mythology, the chimera is the offspring of the monstrous Typhon and his partner Enchidina, who was part woman, part snake. Imagining its birth is chilling, making it a true tale of terror. Number 10. The Kraken. The legend of the Kraken is deeply rooted in Nordic folklore, where it was believed to haunt the seas from Norway through Iceland to Greenland. Described as a massive sea monster capable of harassing ships and devouring entire crews, the Kraken was also associated with bringing benefits like schools of fish when it emerged from the water. The myth of the Kraken originated from sightings of real animals, particularly the giant squid, which inspired tales of monstrous creatures lurking in the ocean depths. Over time, the legend of the Kraken evolved, blending reality with fiction, as sailor stories added mythological elements to encounters with unknown sea creatures. The Kraken's fearsome reputation and mysterious nature have captivated imaginations for centuries, influencing maritime culture and superstitions. Despite scientific explanations linking the Kraken to real marine animals like the giant squid, its legacy endures in popular culture through films, books, and games, perpetuating its image as a formidable sea monster. Which creatures of folklore do you think deserve a spot on our list? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And who knows, we might create a second part to this video. And there's more. Do you have any topics you'd love to see us delve into on this channel? Don't hesitate to let us know. Don't forget to click on the right side of your screen to uncover the top 10 most infamous urban legends of all time. Trust me, you don't want to miss out on that. Stay tuned and subscribe for more captivating content. Until next time, keep those imaginations alive and those comments flowing. See you in the next video.